Jersey to cheer on the Princeton Tigers against Harvard in field hockey. It's a big match for us today. It's a must-win if we want a chance of getting into the playoffs, at least through the automatic qualification of winning the tournament of the Ivy tournament. So we don't have an actual tournament. It's you play each team once, and whoever has the most wins gets the automatic bid. So next year they'll actually introduce an Ivy tournament, which would be really cool. So if you mess up in the regular season, you have the chance to make up for it next year. For this season, it's still the old method. Just got through some crawling construction. That was fun. But they're at least doing a good job on fixing 22, so we're on 33 right now. How you doing this morning, Dad?
Oh, much better now that we're moving again.
Yeah, no longer turtles.
Crawling along there through that construction.
It's kind of brutal.
Did you see that vehicle? Looked like a third-party contractor doing some kind of photo speed enforcement.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's creepy. Our tax dollars at work.
Now that would be something on my list if I was a state legislator. I'd take away their ability to photo enforce any kind of traffic laws, if I could.
I'd vote for that.
I hate that stuff.
It's invasion of privacy.
Well, I think it just gets you one step closer to full surveillance, where if you go 1 mile over the speed limit, you start accruing a fine automatically. Your car tracks it.
Yeah.
Because even now with all these map programs, it tells you if you're speeding. It knows the speed limit. It knows how fast you're going.
Well, you also got the things on business vehicles that track like driver speed and distance and location, you know?
You tie that in with a centralized digital currency that automatically just pays your fine. And I just see it going in a bad way.
I agree. It's not a good way to go.
Well, maybe it'll just take away your ability to speed at all. Your car's speed will be limited by the software that is tracking where you are.
They want to put like ignition locks on vehicles so you can't drive it if it thinks you're intoxicated. Here and in Germany. I was hearing something about that. They're pushing it for Germany.
Is that kind of like Facebook thinking that we're playing music because it's road noise?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're drunk. You can't drive.
Yeah. So like if you dodge to miss a deer, it'll get upset at you because you swerved to miss a deer. So you must be intoxicated. That's just a common example here.
How are those steering locks supposed to work?
I have no idea. I know some of them I've seen are like breathalyzer tests, and then other ones are supposed to detect if you're driving erratically, like swerving, which is why I put out, swerving around potholes or animals as a common example. Because it's two things in Pennsylvania that we deal with a lot are the deer and the potholes, especially. So. I think that could also be another negative to these electric vehicles they're pushing. Is I think they're already doing it on truck drivers, why not do it on cars, right? Or it could be like that, the one gentleman on that video we watched where he was saying how, oh, you made a bad social media post? Well, you can't drive your car this week. You can't go to the grocery store or whatever, You know how they want to make cars like autonomous driving as well. Like that's something else they're pursuing. Where you basically get in your car and the car does the rest. People are like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, it's creepy.
The worse it gets.
It seems that way. I guess they changed the forecast. That's a bummer. Well, I guess I'll be digging out the rain jacket before I go into the stadium. Now it's looking like we might get wet in the game.
Well, we got the umbrellas. Run 78 East, almost out of Pennsylvania.
I like the rocks along here. Cliff faces. Big drains coming out the sides.
River. Just looks like a
concrete siding.
Just a flat piece of concrete, right?
Officially in New Jersey now. Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Clinton is 16 miles. The colors are still pretty through here. It's been 2 weeks now since we've had a home game, right? Yeah.
Right. We were away with Cornell last week.
Yeah, and that was gorgeous. The colors were gorgeous for that. Oh, I posted a picture of the Halloween spiders last night on YouTube on my community page, and people liked them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just so cool. The one actually moves over the door, which I didn't realize that the head of the spider actually moves. When I was taking the picture, we drove by and it moved. I was like, oh, that's cool. Joshua. How's it going? This is Baseball Josh. Instead of Virginia Josh.
Did you say baseball?
Yeah, he works baseball games.
Oh.
He's one of my original mods, which is awesome. Way back earlier this year.
Louisiana?
He's like, I'm tired. I just got home from work. Oh, that's rough. I figured you might be busy with playoffs and such. It's good to see you, though. I hope it's all going well.
Colors are pretty good this weekend here in this part of New Jersey. There's still a lot of green.
Yeah. He says, thanks. First day off. Oh, that must be nice to finally have a day off. I agree. There's still some decent colors. And like you said, some are still green. There's some nice tints of red here and there on the tops of some trees. What does that mean? Pre-pass in-cab follow signals.
I don't know. Must have something to do with monitoring for trucks.
Huh.
I don't know.
Weird.
Today.
Yeah, we do. It could just be the road. I don't know. It's like the certain speeds on the highway really make the car mount vibrate for some reason.
Certain resonant frequencies.
I mean, even my drinks, if I wasn't wedging them right now, would be shaking in their cup holders. It's crazy how it just vibrates through the car. I think what it is because the car is so old now. It's just the sound insulation vibration is just not what it was, so it's louder and also vibrates more. This car celebrated its 22nd birthday in July. We've got a disabled vehicle up here on the right after the truck.
Get a sticker for the car. Like, my car voted. Kind of would fit with Pennsylvania now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I guess technically you could say it voted twice. It's 22 now.
That'd be another good sticker you could wear. I voted twice.
I still gotta come up with a way to make the sticker that I came up with the other day. Do you remember that one? It was about don't feed. We were talking about like what people were saying on social media and stuff. So I came up with a nickname for the fact checkers. It said don't feed the piranhas.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Hey, good morning, Kent. How's it going? Hopefully it's a little bit warmer where you are in the south. It's a balmy 56 degrees here in New Jersey.
just dew.
Might have been a shower, maybe.
It did feel kind of damp, so maybe it was just humidity.
I feel like we're in a pack.
Yeah, I guess we are.
Oh, this truck says, support our troops. We will never forget. Wreaths across America. Remembering, honoring. I couldn't read the other word. That's cool. It's a truck honoring our veterans. And our service members that have served. Ken says it's a cool 55 degrees here for now, with a high of 75 today. Bad storms are expected on Tuesday. Oh wow, it's actually cooler there than it is here. It's 57 right now. Well, hopefully you don't get the bad storms. Those are never fun.
We're losing too much momentum.
Ooh, that really went wobbly. I don't know what's up with the mount today. Well, maybe I will be able to read the rest. I feel like we're in a cattle chute. Wow. Remembering, honor, teach is what the last word was, teach. Yeah, definitely got to teach our history. The right version. Well, they're not blasting rocks right now.
Taking a day off. Wonder if they're going to be adding a fourth lane,
I wonder.
truck climbing lane.
Fortunately, there wasn't a way for you to like get over in this lane because the trucks were all in it. And blasting soil. So do you feel optimistic about today? Think the Tigers can play with all?
No, I don't feel optimistic.
Oh no. Dad woke up on the wrong side of the bed. He doesn't feel optimistic.
It really depends on the kind of day they're going to play. You know, some days they play really good, and some days they play off.
It's true. We have been struggling a little bit with consistency the last few games.
I mean, we saw in Cornell that they struggled in the first half of that game.
In Cornell, we didn't have our main goalie. She was out with a minor injury, so hopefully she's back today.
So if we play like that, then it could be a problem. It'll be hard to come back.
Oh, there's a snake in the grass.
They're just slithering everywhere in New Jersey.
Yeah, there's another one up here, supposedly. It is the Garden State, right?
Yeah, a lot of garden snakes.
Yeah. I'm surprised how much traffic there is for Sunday morning. I thought it'd be less today.
Oh, it is less. You should have seen it on Saturday.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking about, 10 years ago when we used to go to games when it was really dramatically less. You could really tell. Because we'd get to the game faster because there'd be a lot less traffic. Today the girls get custom cupcakes. Hopefully they enjoy those with their jersey numbers on them. We have funfetti cupcakes with the orange frosting with white for the numbers.
And an interesting fact is that they're shaving the weight on the box of cake mix.
Yeah, that really irritates me. The cake mix used to be 16 ounces, and now it's 15 and a quarter. Because I was making them, I'm like, why is this not filling? Because you fill up cupcake wrappers like 2/3 full when you bake them, and it was not filling them 2/3 full. Yet the box claims they come out of the cupcake wrapper themselves all nice and perfect. So rather than up the price, they cheat you cupcakes. It still claims it makes 24.
So they're shorting you 3/4 of an ounce in every box.
Yep.
That's a significant amount. And not a full ounce, just 3/4 of an ounce.
Yeah. I should have checked the frosting, but I ended up having more frosting. Normally I have to be very careful how much frosting I use. Just like if I mess up a jersey number, I try to like leave a little bit to fix the jersey number if I mess it up. And this year I had more frosting to do that, which is not normal. So that made it really obvious that they shorted me.
You used several boxes in this project, right?
Yeah, I did 2 boxes of cake mix and 2 frostings. I almost decided to use the third, but
So
it would have been hard.
You end up being 1.5 ounces of mix shorter than before.
Yeah.
Notice that with so many products now that
Oh look, there's a whole bunch of deer.
they've shaved off an ounce here, 3/4
Well, look
there.
at canned vegetables. They're 14 point something ounces on some of them. Or
And it doesn't even round to something in even number of grams either.
Yeah.
It's not like they converted it to metric.
It'll be like 14.25 ounces, or 14 and a half, or 15 and a half, or 15. I've seen all sorts of variations.
And it'll still be some odd number of grams.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not like they rounded it off to 425 grams or something like that.
Yeah.
Raritan River.
But
It's a better place to.
oh, he hurt him. He's an accident.
Yeah, an accident. All smashed up in the front.
He must have hit the object on the road. That was whatever was on the road.
Wow.
That sucks. Oh, you know what happened? He probably hit that deer back there.
I wonder.
Yeah, because the object on the road was right where that deer was, that dead deer. So I bet he just hit the deer. Because I was like, there's nothing else on the road he could have hit. And there's no other car. And his whole front end is smashed up. So I bet he hit the deer. Oh, that sucks. Poor guy's day is wrecked.
You want me to stand 78?
Yeah.
We can try 287 today.
It wants to go 287 to 202 for speed. To 287 to 206 essentially,
There's another one on the road.
I've noticed a lot of dead deer this morning.
Been thinning the herd today on the highway.
Well, we just saw, I don't know, a mile or so back, there was 3 of them eating along the side of the road. So they're awake. Oh, you know why they're awake. They know it's Sunday.
Oh, they know. Well, this is New Jersey. Do they hunt at all?
I don't know. Maybe
They got a thing about guns in this state.
Yeah, I don't know if New Jersey does hunting or not. Good point. I'm so used to Pennsylvania.
I'm pretty sure they do have hunting, but
They probably have designated areas. American flag on the overpass.
they don't have enough hunting apparently.
wings. There's another flag. Petticoat Lane.
Nice stretch of road.
Yeah, it is.
Here you wouldn't think that you're only about 40 miles from New York City.
No, you wouldn't.
It's not what I would expect.
Hey, we've hit 60 degrees.
Well, maybe the weather will work out good. It won't be sun in your eyes, and it won't be too hot sitting there on the bleachers. So those bleachers tend to get roasty when the sun's out.
Yeah. So we have four games in common, like opponents that we played this season, Princeton and Harvard. So we defeated Maryland 4-3 in overtime. Harvard lost to Maryland 2-1. We defeated UConn 4-2. Harvard lost to UConn 2-0. We defeated Delaware 3-1, and they defeated Delaware 2-1. And then we defeated Monmouth 6-1, and they lost to Monmouth 1-0 in double overtime.
So there you go. We definitely could win.
We definitely could win based on statistics, but you know, any team can beat any other team on any given day. Last week.
Then there's the Lafayette game.
Yeah, but I always say the teams are allowed one bad off day game a year. That was the Lafayette game for us. Last week, Princeton was ranked 8th in the coaches poll, and then we dropped to 10th place after defeating Cornell 2-1. Harvard ranks 15th in that poll.
In the coaches poll, we dropped from 8 to 10 by winning.
Yeah, I don't understand the math on that, but I guess we should have won by a larger margin. Tigers are number 8 in the RPI, while Harvard's ranked 16. We have wins over number 2 Maryland, number 11 Syracuse, number 13 UConn, and number 20 Rutgers. Of our 4 losses, 3 have come by one goal to teams ranked number 1 North Carolina, number 3 Northwestern, and number 5 Louisville. Statistically speaking, Princeton's number 1 in the scoring offense in the Ivy League at 3.06 goals per game, which ranks 10th in the Division I overall. Harvard is 3rd in the league at 1.93 goals per game, and Princeton are 1 and 2 in the league for scoring defense, and Harvard's .93 goals against per game ranks 3rd in Division I. So that means their goalie keeps things out. They still have that really good goalie on their team.
You know, I think that our offense struggles, but then you quote me stats like that say that we're 10th highest in the country for scoring.
Yeah.
So I guess the expectations are somewhat elevated compared to the reality, but the reality isn't bad.
Yeah. Ophelie is 8th in D1 for assists per game. She has 10 in 13 games. Beth Yeager's 10 goals are tied for the Ivy League's first place with Brown's Lexi Pellegrino. Yeager leads the league with 27 points, 7 assists, 6 are in the league. Princeton leads Division I in penalty corners per game with an average of 9.21. Yay!
If we can only score on more of those.
Yeah. Last weekend, our newer goalie Ella, she made her first career start, and she made 3 big first half saves after allowing an early goal. Her and Robin have a combined .753 save percentage, which is the best in the league. Princeton has scored 5 or more goals in 3 games this season, which no other Ivy team has done so far, even once. And Grace Schultz, one of my buddies, is the only player in the league with at least 5 points in an Ivy game this season. She had 2 goals and 1 assist against Yale. And Sam Davidson is 5 for 5 on penalty strokes this season, and 7 for 7 in her entire career at Princeton, which is phenomenal. Small but mighty. She's a shorter player, but she is really good. Some of those goalies she goes against are just intimidating. Like, you see how small she is compared to them, and it's just like, wow, you know?
She's the best shooter I've ever seen for penalty strokes.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it. It's pretty amazing.
She practices a lot. Looking at those statistics, I feel better going into the game, but like you know, we get so many corners in a game that we don't convert, and it's just like, come on, girls, we can do better than this, you know? Like, that was kind of Cornell in the first half. We got corners, but we couldn't score. But many times it was because, you know, the ball comes out from the inserter and we mess up the stop, which totally messes up the rest of the corner. You don't even get a shot off because they bobble. Let's see what Harvard says about today. Number 15 field hockey heads to number 10 Princeton in key Ivy matchup. And one of the great rivalries of all of college field hockey, Harvard field hockey team hits the road to take on rival number 10 Princeton at Bedford Field at 12 noon. Harvard has won 4 straight games overall and 10 of 11 after earning wins at Dartmouth 3-2 and against Delaware 2-1 this past weekend. First year back, Bronte was named Ivy Defensive Player of the Week on Monday. She had a strong weekend, scoring 3 goals combined against Dartmouth and Delaware. She now leads the team with 9 goals and 19 points, and is 3rd in the Ivy League in both categories. Senior goalkeeper Ellie Chabot, that's their really good goalie, has been having an excellent season, picking up her 48th and 49th career wins, the most in program history. She now has a .85 goals against average on the season, 4th in the NCAA, and a .769 save percentage, which is 12th in the NCAA. She's one of 38 seniors named to the NHCA senior team this week. In a stretch of 36 games dating back to the end of 2019 season, Harvard has not allowed more than 2 goals in a game. Harvard is 31-5 in that span, recording 15 shutouts. Their defense is off to a strong start in 2022, holding opponents to under a goal per game, .92 goals allowed per contest. With the team's .89 goals against average is 3rd in the nation and tops among Ivy schools. Different players have recorded at least 1 goal. Princeton leads the all-time series against Harvard 40-8-2, but the Crimson have won the last 3 out of the last 5 regular season meetings, dating back to 2016, in a game that has decided the Ivy League title in each of the last 5 seasons. Last year, on October 23rd, in one of the most memorable games of program history, Harvard earned a 2-1 win over Princeton in penalty shootouts at Earlston Field. The win was Harvard's first, they went to say overtime, win at Princeton at home in 28 years to the day, October 23, 1993.
I hate to be on the losing side of such records.
Yeah.
Well, for years, Princeton has been the team to beat.
Well, Harvard did get to the semifinals last year, so they did do decently in the playoffs, as much as I don't like them. Hey, good morning, Joshua.
I must have blocked it out of my mind. They were in Michigan?
Yeah. They played Liberty.
Oh, yeah. That was good to watch Liberty beat them. Yeah.
And then it was good to watch Northwestern beat Liberty. Because I don't think I could have standed it if Harvard got into the semifinals.
Here's another observation from that Final Four last year. Liberty was the only squad that nobody kneeled for the anthem.
Yeah. right, Josh, it's game day and cupcake day.
So we're getting on 287 south. Taking 287 today instead of 22.
Yeah, it could go either way. I think the game's going to be a tough one. I don't really want to make any score predictions because I just don't feel comfortable. I want to win though. I'm hoping we can get the parents to cheer.
You want to go to the playoffs?
I do. I really do. This is our, we have everybody back from last year, and we have 8 seniors.
Yeah.
This is like...
It is a good year to give it a try.
I mean, since 2019 when we were in the championship and lost, unfortunately, we've been to getting back, so...
Yeah, last year they didn't even get to the playoffs because of that
lost to Harvard.
That overtime loss to Harvard you were talking about.
Because we didn't get an at-large bid to the tournament, unfortunately, so it was sad.
Although University of Virginia got a wild card bid.
That was irritating because they were ranked below us.
We and another team were ranked higher than them in the final RPI.
Yep. I feel bad for the one that was ranked a lot higher than us.
I'm trying to think who that was.
I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look
Was
it
it
up.
Boston College?
I'd have to look it up.
Thought it was fishy.
But they never tell you the recipe for that, but they always seem to have a bias towards, ACC, Big Ten, like the bigger schools.
Now this year UVA is having a pretty good season. So they're probably going to get in there deservingly.
And watch them play us.
Oh yeah, that would be funny.
Because it seems like we always run into them in the playoffs because they don't want to play us ever since we beat them with that buzzer beater.
Yeah, we used to play them during the season, and they don't want to play us anymore.
Is there a way to get the old
Are we taking 202 and 206 coming up here?
Yes, exit 17. We're going 202, 206 south, Somerville, Flemington.
Because I don't think we've ever tried this way before.
Yeah, it says it's going to be faster, which with us being a little bit behind, it's something we could use for today. Yeah, Josh, the cupcakes are yummy. I admit, I did one baker's test because I had to test my own baking. It was one I messed up on, so I couldn't fix it. But I always like to make sure everything worked out, so. 47 lucky cupcakes. Hopefully. We have a large team this year. We have 27 players, 4 coaches, and then athletic trainer, and then parents. So.
Hence, not a lot of extra cupcakes.
Yeah, so you add that in, it's like 32, so I have 15 for the parents, slash, families of players.
Oh, that is a decent amount.
So, 0.8 we get off onto 206 south to 28.
So essentially stay on Route 206.
Yeah.
Takes us all the way.
Yeah, it's not bad. Normally I don't bring all the cupcakes because normally we have a smaller team, so not everybody eats them. We have a large team this year, the way things worked out. It's because of the year that we didn't play, and some girls took a year off,
So this is what you mean in 1/4 mile here, we take this exit,
Yeah.
206 south.
Yeah. And then we're going to end up in a traffic circle, and we want to take the third exit.
go under the highway.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any easy on and off. I drank too much for breakfast. Kind of regretting that. When do you think Wendy's open up in the morning?
I don't know. 10:30, 11?
It's 10:39.
So we don't want 202.
No. We want 206. You're in the right lane. And then we go this way.
Turn in here.
Yeah, I guess we'll try it. Gotta make a quick pit stop. Right there's a spot right there.
Here on the left?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, I'll be back.
Now I feel like I'm in New Jersey with off ramps and traffic circles. We came in this general direction a few weeks back when we went to the coast to a game, and Princeton played Monmouth University, and they're literally 1 mile from the beach at the campus. So we did some touring, went to the beach, went to a lighthouse up the coast a little bit from where Monmouth University is located. A place called Sandy Hook, New Jersey. It's actually a national wildlife area or a national park area. It's all under federal government control. There's a military base out there. And we were looking at the lighthouse and some of the old fortifications that they had when it was a functioning fort. I think some of those videos are up on Gwenny's channel. It was a fun day. We did run into some rain that day. Most of it was during the game. So based on the statistics, Princeton should win today, but it's going to be a challenge.
That was actually a really good parking spot because he's literally right around the corner.
That's good. Try not to hit anybody getting out of here.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It wasn't part of the plan.
Well, it works out.
Just
doesn't get any easier, really.
no, quick eating out. It's not bad. Someone's
didn't do it.
Not happy. Freedom.
Yeah, right. No, I don't think so.
Honk, honk, honk. Yeah. I think maybe the Amazon van cut them off, maybe?
I don't know.
know.
South 206, mile 71.
I should look up the next direction. We're on this for 4.6 miles, and we stay on the bypass for 206 South. Just straight.
All right, I remember that. It all looks the same, though.
Yeah, after a while it does. Yeah, there's someone with a Lehigh University sticker on their window on the left. Beep beep, I'm a Jeep. It's a good shopping center.
Borough of Somerville. They use the word borough here in New Jersey. We have it in Pennsylvania, spelled differently.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, in New Jersey it's B-O-R-O.
Oh, we had the extra UGH, right?
Yeah. We had to dumb down the spelling, I guess, in New Jersey.
I wanted to say something about spelling, but I'll have to talk about it later. Because it's, I'll have to delete the stream if I talk about it.
About spelling.
Yeah. And related to something else. Science related. It was that Children's Health Defense article I was reading last night, remember? About UNC?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That kind of a spell.
Yeah. You saying spelling made me think of that.
Biological spelling.
Yeah. Well, Papa Ways says we'll get there in 34 minutes. 16 miles in 34 minutes. Jim must drive like a maniac to get there that fast.
Probably too late to drop off the supplies that we brought for the game.
Yeah, we'll have to see. She said I could do it if I wanted to. I kind of want to watch the warm-ups. But I'm gonna have to try to hand out some stuff, I guess. I'm hoping that they'll have a table where they're handing out other things like posters, because then I can just be like, hey, can I add to your table? You know?
Yeah, I guess that's an option.
But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing for today.
The game should be drawing some interest.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be streaming it, so. Apparently they're handing out pride flags today for the first 100 fans. Apparently today's pride game. So they'll have flags to hand out. So now they can hand out paws and pom-poms to go with them. So that'll be perfect. Sammy Popper's the picture for today's game day. Every game day they do a picture for game day, which is cool.
Sammy's due for having a really good game.
She's been playing pretty good this season. Last year she struggled because she had to play with a broken thumb all season. Which
Yeah, I don't know how they managed to do it.
Well, I know she was managing with like anti-inflammatories, so it wasn't the pain per se. It was more the hard cast that was the problem.
Yeah.
Because the hard cast, like, you know how it is to turn a stick because you played with me in the yard. Like, you need that motion, and it just certain motions you just can't do when you're in a hard thumb cast like that. So I'm really happy for her that she's doing better this year, that she doesn't need anything like that. So it's rough when you break your thumb. Hopefully he's doing is also not a good finger to break in field hockey, but it is the number one finger to break in field hockey because of how you hold your stick. You're supposed to hold it underneath, but some people put it out straight, and that, tends
That's
to
when
get
it gets
whacked
whacked.
off. Yeah. But she's more at higher risk for it because she's a stopper for the corners. So she has to have her hand, how you would normally turn her stick upside down the way, hold it that, she can get hit on corners on that finger. So I suspect, I don't know, but she might have got hit on that with practicing. It happened in practice. So. Remember way back when Coach Holmes was around, that Katie hurt her ankle and was in a boot, and then Coach took one in a corner practice and broke her foot. So corners are dangerous. You get hit by one of those balls, that's not a good thing. I'm very, very glad that they do the face masks, to protect their faces with the corners, with how fast they are now.
Yeah, it's definitely dangerous.
You could easily lose your teeth or get a concussion. And they also do the knee pads too on their knees. Oh, wait. Got a dust ball
Got
up
a
here.
dust storm up ahead?
I think the guy's blowing leaves and dirt, which really does not make much sense. Just didn't want to breathe it all in. Breakfast 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. So that answers the question: when was Wendy's open?
6:30, huh?
Yeah,
So they start lunch at 10:30.
apparently. It looks like they're widening the road. There's giant drains.
Yeah, you're right. They're going to make it 4 lanes probably.
Wow.
There goes
So
their
these guys
yards.
lost half their yards.
Yep, pretty much.
Ouch. That's rough.
The traffic through here though must be horrific during rush hours.
Yeah.
Stretches a 2-lane road like that, and then you get all this traffic.
Oh, they're doing it on your side too.
Yeah. There's somebody else going by with a horn stuck on.
Hong Kong. Oof. That's bad. Bad patch job. Wow, the speed limit sign got hit so hard it's all the way in the grass. It says help. It's all rumpled up. It's like
Yeah.
Hulk took it in his hand and crushed it.
You can see the side curbs, so you can tell how big the road's going to be when they're done.
Yeah. It's big.
Kind of like this stretch.
Yeah.
We'll try not to get a flat tire.
Yeah, that would be good. So we want to go straight at this light
Yeah.
to help bypass some of the business stuff. Though it does seem like we're getting kind of slow on all the lights, even though they're green. Alright, so for the game, I should bring in the bag, cheer bag, with the rain jackets just in case. I'm gonna need a blanket because I don't know. I might get cold without the sun, the breeze. And then bring in pom-poms.
You got paws?
Yeah, you put them on your hand, and they're like tiger paws. I think it says "Go Tigers" or something on it. And then there's a few tiger ears where you put it on your head, and it looks like you have ears. Are you gonna wear the tiger hat today?
Oh, I can.
Because I told Mr. Yeager that he's like, make sure your dad's wearing a tiger hat next weekend. I said, as long as it's not too hot, I'll try.
Well, it's not too hot.
I was like, if it's it's too warm, it ain't gonna work. Hey, good morning, John. How's it going? I love my tiger hats. They're awesome. It reminds me of where Mr. Donovan used to come and bring the super tiger heads.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know where he bought those things, but they must have cost a fortune. It literally looked like a mascot head, a tiger head. I wonder if the Tiger's going to be at the game today.
Oh, I bet he is.
I hope so. It's the biggest game of the season, so. Because they have off from school right now. Do they start back up with classes tomorrow, or is it later?
I think it is.
Okay. So hopefully there'll be enough. Hopefully kids on campus will come to the game. We need all the cheers we can get. John says, enjoying being on the road with you guys. Aw, thanks, John. It's nice to chat with you, too. So we're going to continue straight.
Going to Princeton by way of Route 206 today. Gone this way a few times. It's not bad. I still like the scenic Delaware route better, but this is actually faster.
Yeah, today faster works out better. Hey, look, there's some blue sky.
There is. Look at that.
Oh, wow, that's cool. The cupcakes look awesome, by the way. Smiley face. Oh, thanks, John. I posted them on YouTube and Facebook this morning.
Very good.
Hopefully, so far we haven't had any bad bumps, so hopefully they look as good when they serve them. They're always a big hit with the team. They always love the cupcakes, so. And it's pretty cool, you know, have someone make your own jersey number on your cupcakes. I remember I did it in high school, my senior year, and ended up being an away game I did it for, because it was one of our big away games that we had to win. And I was serving them outside the bus while we were waiting to get ready to go back home. And some of the parents from the opposing team were like, "You made cupcakes for your team? I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "And you put jersey numbers on it?" I was like, "Yeah. It's called customization." They're like, "That's really cool." They're like, "We gotta do that next year." It's funny.
Was it?
Yeah. It was the one that we had to win for. We had to win or score at least so many goals or something for getting into the playoffs. I don't remember the specifics. I think it was Holy.
That was the only time we played them? Was this your senior year?
Yeah.
I remember I came late to that game.
I don't think we won it. I think we ended up losing.
Yeah, your coach had this idea not to sub anybody
Yeah,
that season.
Get that.
So when I got there in the second half,
We had dead legs.
yeah, I think that score was tied.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And I looked and I saw who was playing, and I thought to myself, uh-oh, we're gonna lose. She's not subbing out the starters.
I think it went to overtime. Is what happened.
And I remember that.
Yeah, I think it went to overtime.
It was at night.
Yeah. Well,
It started
actually, it was in the daytime.
It started in the day, but it was nighttime when it was over.
Well, maybe we played them twice then. Because I definitely handed cookies out during the daytime. So maybe we played them twice and lost to them in the playoffs. Or I'm thinking of a different team. I don't remember. It's been too long. I don't really remember. I thought it was Ole though. We wouldn't have played on their field for someone else, would we?
No?
Because I know we did that the one time.
Where'd you run into your old club coach?
That was.
She was surprised you were playing for a different high school team.
Was that Fleetwood?
Maybe.
Might have been the Fleetwood game because her daughter played for Fleetwood. Alright, so in 5 miles we turn left on. I'm gonna butcher this. Ewing Street?
Ewing, yeah.
Ewing. I always call it Ewing. Ewing. It looks like Ewing. But.
Yeah, there's a Ewing Township.
I seem to have misplaced my hair tie again.
You always do that.
Yeah. I do. It does seem that way. It is a trend. I'm probably sitting on it. Or it's like on the floor or something. It's amazing how hard it is to find it though when your hair is in your face. This is a good thing I keep spares in the middle. And designated safe corridor. I didn't know we were in a safe corridor.
Now we're in an unsafe corridor.
Apparently. Right lane ends. I think you didn't get over.
No. I don't think anybody's really anxious to pass. You're not going to get far anyway.
No. So John, we're not making any predictions on the score today because it's going to be a really tough game. And lately we've been playing a bit unpredictable, inconsistent.
We have the potential to have a good win today, but also a risk of not having a win. Could go either way. Depends on how they're playing, I think. And how Harvard's playing. If Harvard's having the game of the year, then it's going to be a rough game. We've seen other teams that have had amazing games against us.
Yeah.
You know, Lafayette was an example. They played amazing.
Yeah, Lafayette brought their A game. And their goalie was good.
Dartmouth played amazing.
Oh, the Dartmouth goalie was the best goalie I've seen all season, hands down. She made almost, was it 30 saves?
It was really high number.
It was like the record we've ever seen a goalie make in college hockey. And it wasn't like we weren't having good shots or anything. Like our shots were feel so bad when I found out that Harvard barely beat Dartmouth. I felt a little better about that because I was like,
I think it's their goalie.
yeah, the goalie's been huge for them. Because it's not only you got to score, you also got to keep things out. So you got to have good defense and a good goalkeeper. Hey, there's a sign. Princeton 4 miles. I just hope our goalie is,
I hope she's having a good day too.
yeah. Oh, Paul can't make it today. Bummer.
Oh, he said something about maybe coming to the game.
Yeah, I reminded him because he wanted to bring me some of his homemade garlic, homegrown garlic. But something unexpected came up, so he can't make it.
Two daughters that played for the team. I guess they overlapped 1 year.
Yeah.
So we miss not seeing him at the games.
We like to talk shop, as I like to call it. After the game, we kind of analyze it because he watched a lot of international field hockey as well. Because his girls were looking to play on the international, U.S. team, play internationally, which they did. And one of them's still on the team, so that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Juliana. She's the one that unfortunately tore ACL when we made it to the NCAA tournament back in 2019. And just psychologically, our team we just fell apart after that. We were only down 1 goal at the time, and we had to rearrange our configuration on the field for her spot, which she was like the midfield midi. And it just didn't work. Coach hadn't practiced that setup with somebody else, so just couldn't get it together. I think people were just too worried about her that I don't know. It's hard. It's hard seeing a friend like that. I mean, we were upset and we weren't even playing. So the crowd was rather rowdy and rambunctious, so welcome to Princeton, settled in 1683. He did say that he'll go to the playoffs, wherever they end up being.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who knows where that could end up being?
Yeah. Says we'll definitely see you and your dad in postseason playoffs somewhere. Take care and go Tigers. They're gonna watch the game at home when they can.
Not able to go to the game, that means there's not going to be any tomato pie.
Oh, that's not true. It won't be his tomato pie.
Do others bring tomato pie?
There has been tomato pie by other locations. But I admit his tomato pie is better.
He's got some place near him in Philly that's really good.
Yeah. I save it for you and others because I'm not a big tomato pie person. I mean, I like it, but my stomach doesn't like it, so it's a lot of tomato for me. The other night we made ravioli with homemade tomato sauce, and I made myself sick because I ate too much of it. I don't know if it was the fresh herbs on it or just too much tomato sauce or the ravioli. I don't know. cool though. 2 weeks ago, we had some members of the 2012 team back to remember the time that we won the championship in 2012, 10-year anniversary, which was cool.
They all remembered you.
Yeah, it was neat. I think for the girls, it felt kind of weird because they didn't know anybody.
Oh, so you were like an old friend coming back, right?
Yeah, because even the coaching staff isn't the same.
Yeah.
Like it's all the only for a long time. Because I remember when I had injury my senior year in high school, I asked her like for other suggestions to try to get back into playing sooner when I pulled my quad in preseason and stuff. And she gave me some advice of some exercises I could do to try to strengthen it, to try to not re-pull it later in the season.
I don't think we've ever come in this way.
All right, so in half a mile, we're turning right onto maybe a little more than half a mile. It wants to go Franklin and then Linden and Hamilton, but it looks like you could probably just turn on Hamilton direct.
So this is called Harrison Street now.
Yeah. Do you think we could just turn on Hamilton directly rather than make a right, a left, and a right? It seems kind of silly to do that.
Who knows?
I don't know if it's one-way streets, though. You know? That's the thing I don't know for sure. So we've never come in this way.
I find navigating
Right onto Franklin Avenue. The university is that way, in our front right. We're less than 2 miles away. Which doesn't seem right. Like, doesn't feel like it's that close with what we're seeing around us, you know? We're seeing all these houses, cute little houses. It's like, really? There's a big university right near down the road? So this is where we turn right on Franklin. And then we'll be making a left onto Linden, which is right here. No, not right here. Next one. Sorry. Sometimes the car lags behind on the map. And then we go on this until we reach Hamilton Avenue and we turn right. It's the next right. Point 4, we turn left on Van Deventer Road.
Is that here?
No,
How much further?
2 more streets. You gotta go past Madison, and then it's Van Deventer. However you pronounce it. Because that one doesn't go through. It goes into the houses. It's right here where that guy came out. We've been on this road before.
Yeah,
Came
this
in-
was kind of familiar.
We came in from a different way though.
Yeah.
But I figured we'd try this way. We still have to go through this awful intersection up here, which
Yeah.
is the brutal part of it. So, depending on how many pedestrians there are. So. All right, guys. On the road.
You see a little bit of the architecture now.
Yeah. So hopefully the Tigers can pull it off today. We'll give you an update after the game. Oh, interesting. That's like a shrub of heads.
Yeah,
That's
Republican president heads.
Weird.
They're not in friendly country.
No. Oh, there's someone wearing a thingy. So this is Nassau Street coming up here.
Yeah, the thingy is still around, surprisingly. I had to deal with that this week at work.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I haven't had to do this in 2 years.
Yeah. The car vibration is really brutal.
Yeah.
I wanted to show the intersection, and then I was going to end it. That's a cool intersection.
It's pretty much the start of the campus once we get up here past the light. Once you get on the south side of Nassau Street.
Well, not bad considering how late we left. I mean, it's 11:16, so that's pretty good. You know? We left a lot later than we wanted to.
It was after 9.
Yeah. So to get here faster than 2.5 hours, that's pretty good. Oh no, it's turning yellow. So yeah, you got the really cool brick buildings along here. I love the architecture of this building up here on the right.
That's all classic Princeton architecture.
Yeah.
On the left as well.
Look at the tall glass windows, though.
So nobody's in the crosswalk, huh?
Not at the moment. .3 until our turn.
This can be slow going with a lot of student traffic. A lot of pedestrian traffic coming through here.
Yep.
There's stuff on both sides of the road.
Alright guys, we will catch you later. Go Tigers!